Well, let's see. $111,000. We could actually pay a couple of those fees at least. Well, actually, we could pay some of those really big ones, which are not great, but still a couple $100,000 to go. It's fine. I never feel like shunting. You know me. Is there anything going to the coal mine? Somehow I doubt it. Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go fast travel with our choo-choo over to the coal mine and see if we can put Satiric's mod to the test for realsies now. So, and I guess before I go teleport, I should probably slurp up all my lanterns so I don't forget them again. Is my flashlight still on the roof? Yes, it is. Okay, let's see. Let's teleport over. Coal mine with locomotive. Yes, there we go. What's up, guys? This is Heist, and that's right, we're back in Derail Valley Simulator today. And I figure we finally better put Satiric's mod to the real test here, so we'll probably want to change things up a smidgen. What time? Is it going to be nighttime the whole time? What time is it? It is 2. Do the clocks actually work in this game? I don't know if they do. I assume they do. Oh, hang on. Yes. Not tired enough to sleep. Okay, we can't even sleep. And yes, I guess it is about 2 p.m. and some change. Almost 3 o'clock. So it's just going to be stormy. Great. Well, I guess we'll see what jobs we have, and then we'll kind of pick a wheel arrangement from there, because things that are more attractive effort are going to be more slippery. Logistical hauls, the MacGuffins. Let's see. Well, we have 2 jobs. Deliver a lot of coal or deliver no coal. Well, I guess we'll just deliver a lot of coal then, shall we? Okay, this is the FH86, and it's 1,120 tons. We're gonna have to play with one of the beefier choo-choos for that, I think. 1,120 tons. Let me consult the guide real quick. Okay, I've pulled up Satiric's guide, and it looks like the estimated tonnage provided on the level is 1130 for most of the stock wheel arrangements, and this is 1120, and we're leaving out of the coal mine, so that's not going to be quite enough. If we bring the 012O or the 212O, it's good for 13. Anything with 12 drivers good for 1316, so a little bit more, and then of course the duplexes have 1,700 tons. Do we just give a light cushion and then run something with a lot of driver? But all the 12 axle dudes have pretty good adhesion. Let's run the duplex again. Let's do that and see how good I am today. So we'll just go there, the 4444, which, I mean, it really looks stupid as a 4444. It should just be like a 4440 or something. It's fine. Let's make sure all of our appliances are actually still turned on. It looks like they are. Probably just don't have enough steam. Yeah, we need that to come up a little bit. Gotta put some coal in the hole, you know? I haven't serviced this. So, it seems like there's some amount of coal. We're not out of beans yet. It's fine. But we are going to be out of water pretty shortly here, so we should probably get this thing serviced. That is quite the tower. I don't think that's for us. I think that's the actual loading of coal here at the coal mine. I think there's a water spout. I would assume so. Yeah, over there. Okay. Well, let's go get on the train and we'll kind of figure it out from there. Okay, kick that off, there we go. Alright. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Factor of adhesion, none. Got it. Forgot how fun the rotary valve gear is. Alright, that should be all good. Yeah, we're gonna want to put some water in this thing. Although, if I pay off my debt, we might be able to afford paying off the tender. So actually, we'll bang into the train. Well, I should probably think about that. Because if I bang into the train and then I still have to get water, then that's not going to make any sense. So we'll just put the brakes on now, and then we'll go wander back and make a plan. Wait, but which tender is it? Spaghetti brain. All right. Oh, that's fine. We don't need those. 694 is the number of our tender. So we'll see if we can service that. It might let us. I don't know. We just pay for that. It all contributes to the insurance, you see. So, let's see. 694 fees. That's the cheap one, of course. Oh, so it's not too far down on water, is it? Well, then we'll pay for that. Yes. Yes, I could save money, but no, I don't want to. I have to pay everything anyways. And then the one that's ticking up is not the locomotive we're running. So I guess we can only do this one other one. We'll buy that. And then I guess we might as well just turn in the job while we're here. So we'll have plenty of fuel. And that we've paid off everything we possibly could have, so yeah. It's from the B30 to the B3I. Okay, so we don't have to do anything stupid switching wise when we get to the steel mill. We just got to get to the steel mill. And did servicing the tender put out the fire? I wonder if it did. It'd be interesting. I guess it did. Interesting. Anyway, let's relight that. Pretend that nothing happened here. And then spin the drivers as much as we can. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Little shots of steam. You want to keep the chest pressure below about 5 bar right now at this speed. Oh, that was cool. It started to do the big boy thing. They had to sing exhaust beat. I love that. Da-dunk, 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 da-dunk. Yeah, see? You can't just let it sit. Okay. So this is all about Satiric's mod here, and it is in the wet, so this would be a choo-choo that's just giving you as much trouble as possible. Okay, now that we're moving fast enough, we can kind of keep it a little bit further back. Although with less cutoff, it does build up the pressure, and that gets a little interesting. We're gonna have to try this. Oh, why are you mad at me? Oh, did you turn off all... Oh, I must have serviced this engine because the running gear's mad. Because the lubricator's not on. Get me up there. Well, I'll finish becoming one with the locomotive here. And then we'll stop and turn it on. There you go. Have some oil. Shut up. Why are you sloshy all of a sudden? Choo-choo's mad at me all kinds of ways. Okay, now the air is back on. We must have serviced this engine. The other one was ticking up though. Did I leave an engine running somewhere? He flashes back to a previous episode where he sent a locomotive off to die. Right. Yeah. It's fine. Get some water in this thing. I was mad about that. That was quite the slip. Can't get the controls from the roof, unfortunately. Not a live steam engine. Okay, that's full of water. Pressure's come back down. It's pretty happy. Chill out, you. Yeah, it's a very touchy game here now with this. Which, I mean, it being slick out, that's definitely reasonable. want to save the sand for the hill. Though I'd figure with the cylinder cocks open, you wouldn't be able to keep near as much pressure charged in there, but I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're affecting the inlet pressure. They don't affect it much, but they do affect it a little bit. It would be impressive to slip with the cylinder cocks open, though. It's definitely possible. It's going to be interesting to see how Derail Valley handles when the weight gets behind you. Because I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll handle it just perfectly with the Game Zone sim and then Satiric's mod. But maybe it won't. I don't know. We'll figure that all out. Go bang into those cars gently. Gently. Making all kinds of sloshy piston sounds. Why are you getting mad at sloshing your pistons, bud? We don't like that. Alright. You can quit shrieking whenever you want. You've had oil. And bang. There we go. Tie in the air here. And then we find if I tied the handbrakes or somebody responsible did. Safety's popping, that's good. Hey look, somebody smart tied the handbrakes. Love to see it. Kick the headlight on here. Possible thumbnail. Why did my headlight not come on? Is it because I shot it in the other game? Or did I go one too far? Apparently my headlight's broken. Dynamo's on. Yeah, no headlight for me. That's fine. But yes, here we go. Gonna run this thing. Possible thumbnail shot. Highball. Here we go. All right, let's leave that open. Everything's reset. Okay. You are being a troublesome little choo-choo, aren't you? Give it a little sand. Okay, I'm using T and G to modulate the throttle here. I think that's enough cylinder cocks by this point. Maybe. God, even with sand running, it's still wanting to slip. You can watch the U-joints spin from out here. Now, this is just not going to be fruitful at all, is it? Not going to let us have anything in the chest. It is fun to watch. The throttle does just linearly increase the pressure in the chest. And much like a real steam locomotive, you can't find a singular throttle setting that feels nice. Typical. Reminds me of a choo-choo or 4 that I know. Okay, and we've got enough speed now that it's not being too egregious with it. I don't know if it feels like it is processing the fact that there's all the weight behind us, though. Basically can have 9 bar in the chest, not much more. A little bit more with less cut off, but more cut off. It's a little that's That's nuanced. I'm not privileged enough to get to run a choo-choo that actually has a steam chest gauge. Or even a back pressure gauge, which is probably more common on American steam engines. But we'll just have the time of our life here playing the modulate the throttle. Just little bit by little bit game, which is what you do on some locomotives. Although this is... I guess the adhesion on this engine's very low. We're just gonna keep doing the thing. Just a lot of TNG, baby. Oh, don't do that. Come on, you. Why you gotta be like this? Oh, we're out of sand. That would explain why the sand feels like it's doing nothing. So we didn't service this engine. Oh, well, there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to do this with no sand, right? Can I? Can I? No, I don't think I can. Because even if I get up to about 3 bar, which I can have, yeah, we're not holding it on this grade. Okay, well, we'll go get some sand. I think we had, like, it sounded like it turned on when I started it, but hopefully there should be sand replenishing at the coal mine. There should be. If not, this railroad's set up very stupidly. We didn't make it very far. Yeah, so we'll have to set the train back over. And I think it's a short stub where the servicing happens. So we'll set the train back over and try it again. Yeah, I still don't know exactly what's wrong with my headlight. Because the backup light was working. I must have broken it somehow. Alright, that's plenty of speed here. Take a set on the air. Oh god, now I accepted the job early, assuming that it would, you know, wouldn't be that big of a deal. And here we are, making a big deal out of it, so. Oopsie. Whistle says, ooh. Start slowing it down a little bit more. It should just go back straight into that same yard track it was on. Yeah, see why, I'm not sure, that must be something with the rearranged 282 with the DUPLEX mod itself, because it just starts to, it starts to push water while running, which doesn't make any sense. The pistons would be evacuating it, basically. Almost no matter what. So. Shut up, you. Chill. Okay. Where's the servicing track? It's over there. Does it even have sand? If it doesn't have sand, we're kind of hosed. Stop. Stop putting water in. Relax. Let's go take a look. If it doesn't have sand, we're gonna have to bring this DE6 because we've committed to the job at this point, but no, okay, it's got the full thing a thing. Okay. Do we have enough money? Yeah, we'll have enough money. Okay. We're not gonna get $70,000 worth of sand. Make Anakin very mad. I hate sand. We'll bottle the air because we're bad kids. Which one of you? Oh, sorry, I have to do the first. There we go. And I guess we'll tie a brake just in case. I don't know how level this yard is. And of course, by the time that I'm going to go get sand, the sun's coming out, so. Although that doesn't seem to have changed anything for this duplex. Yeah, this thing's factor of adhesion's like 3.3, which is pretty egregiously bad. Alright. Pass the switch. And now we can back in. I think we're lined all the way up to where we service this thing. And remember I was complaining about not manually servicing crap earlier? Well, guess what we're doing. Oh, this thing loves to eat coal. Okay, backing it up. Yeah, looks like we're lined all the way in. We'll get sand, then we'll try and highball again. If you don't succeed at first time, something, try again. Right? That was what they always said in those "oh no" movies. I just nostalgia bomb anyone else. Alright, that's plenty of speed. Okay, almost to the stand here. Not quite. A wee bit more. There we go. Alright. Oh, no vehicle? Well, I thought I saw the green light. Come on. There's the ding. Missed it by that much. Oh. Wow, we've really hurt this choo-choo. We'll add all the sand. I guess we could fill up everything else that we've ruined. Maybe the choo-choo will be more happy. Fill it with oil. Fix the body. Does this count towards our debt? Might as well get the wheels all happy. And the mechanical powertrain. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, we can't afford this. There's no way we can afford this. Yeah. Well, maybe we can afford this. 52 grand? Okay. Yeah. Look, we fixed you, choo-choo. Maybe now the headlight will work. Why doesn't the headlight work? 'Cause you broke it, you moron. Hey, look at that. We have been using this engine for a couple episodes now, so... Gently, gently. Okay. I don't know if it's just that the wetness has gone away, but it seemed, or if the wheels being back happy has made it less slip prone. Because that thing just started to work really, like, I had the throttle open a couple notches and it was just going. Which it was not doing before, but it looks like that we can see clearly now that the rain has gone. Yes? The only thing in my way is that hill. And then some more track. And the front of the ship that fell off. There's nothing else out there. It's just a complete void. It's not in an environment. I'm gonna take cues from Clark and Daw about environmental fees in Derail Valley. Okay, full sight glass. Almost full on pressure. Full on sand, which we've learned is a critical component in this endeavor. We'll swap to just the dim backup light, I guess. And we'll go bump into these cars one more time. And then we'll attempt to leave and head up the hill, this time with feeling. That's probably enough at that speed. Okay. Oh, we still got a couple car lengths to go. That's alright. We'll just let it roll. Look at the reservoir. Oh, come on, you. Maybe we'll let it roll a little faster. Just a couple little shots of steam. Safety's popping. It's ready to go. As soon as I can hook my hook on this. Loop my hook. Hook the loop. Loop the hook. Hoop the look. What? Life's hard sometimes. Okay. And so is dealing with controls designed for VR with the mouse sometimes. Yeah, sometimes that's like the only thing I run into regularly in this game that's a little strange on keyboard and mouse is the coupler doesn't seem to respect where you're trying to point it sometimes, but anyway. Not the end of the world. Easily fixable, so. Okay. Highball. For a second time. We should probably limit the cutoff because it's a duplex. I don't know if the cutoff sim has been limited, but all the Penzi duplexes had artificially limited cutoff. Well, maybe not all of them. I'm sure Antimatter can give us the deets down in the comments. Shush you. Don't catch the slip with sand. Just turn the sand on. There we go. Okay, now it seems like we're doing stuff. And I guess I should turn on my headlight. Do I want that one or do I want that one? It's odd that there's so much functionality on these. I guess we'll do that one. And this thing is just steaming like a house afire. Maybe it's because I'm not using that much steam, but... Okay. Throttle's on the ceiling. Throttle's on the back cab wall. We've got it hooked up pretty ridiculously. And with sand and in the dry and with proper wheels, now it's just trivially easy for now. We'll have to see how it gets up the steep part of the hill. If I feed it any more reverse, we could get one click basically. We'll start to slip if we go any more than this. It's a fine balance of the throttle is supplying steam, the chest is using it based on the cutoff. So it's holding at about 12 bar in there, which is a little bit less than our boiler pressure. So even with the throttle wide open, it's not feeding it full boiler pressure. Which maybe it's losses or something, or maybe we're just using it that quick. If I hook it up, it might go up higher. No, it seems to just stop out at 12. So that must be the losses modeled in the system. And my lantern's trying to fall in the firebox. It's fine. My pressure's still coming down. Load up the fire here. See if we can't coax some more out of it. It's got a gray haze to it, so we are slowing down a little bit. Just gonna allow more time for steam to build in the chest. And it's threatening to slip now. Now this is gonna get interesting. I think that's slightly less, 1.7 on the way up. Is my gear light on? I think it was. Yeah, chill. Even with sand, this thing is so slippery. Oh goodness. We're gonna have to get into pulsing throttle shenanigans. I think. Oh, it's barely maintaining, and the water's coming down now. We've got more pressure, which is good, but yeah, we're gonna try and cool it off a little bit so we don't waste what we've done here. Just gonna dial it back a smidgen. Stop. Don't slip. Fine. Pain in the butt. So I really can't hook up or put the reverse further into the corner is the big thing, it seems like. Oh god. And hey look, we have a flashlight this time. Can you believe that? Looks like we still have the whole train behind us. We might get down onto our hands and knees here. Just gonna try and pulse the reverse. It's gonna let me leave it there, I guess? Throttle wide open? Not there. That's causing a little slip. If I leave it in that one notch for too long. And we gotta put more coal in the hole. Trim the water back a little bit. Get the fire nice and hot. Okay, we got a 1.8 coming up. I don't know. We've still got more hill to go. But we are picking up a little speed now. Okay, that's good. Get this fire just hot. So I'd like to keep putting more water in. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of pace now. Goodness. Yeah, that's the lull in the grade. I think it's got one more steep uphill bit though. I'm gonna keep the hammer on. Just get as much speed and power as we can build up. Chill. Okay, there's a full, yeah, we've tipped back up though because the sight glass has gone back to full again. This must be this last steep section. That looks like a rock that's not loading properly. It's a little goofy looking. Look, the backside of a rock. Come on, you. Oh god, the water's just disappeared. Did we just level off? We better have. Oh yeah, now it goes downhill. Oh, shnikes. We don't like it going downhill right after we've gone uphill and we were low on water. This thing. Very slippery thing, this, but not impossible. At least when it's in good shape and it has a full sand dome. All right, well that's up the hill. I gotta say, it doesn't. I don't think it's any fault of Satiric. It doesn't quite feel like I would anticipate with the way that it's being supplied. Although, I'm saying that, and I'm forgetting that this is modeled as a front-end throttle engine. And I've got more experience, more time in the dome throttle engines, which behave differently, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, water's doing pretty good now. Let that chill a little bit. Take a little set on the air, let it go. Yeah, on the big engine, on 491, I'm used to open, close, and like big, huge swiping movements, which you can't really get in the game. Just because the control interaction speeds are not honestly fast enough. Whether you're using the scroll wheel, or if you're grabbing it with the mouse, or if you're pressing the keyboard keys. So that's a nuanced thing, but we're also talking about a superheated big steam engine too, so with no front end throttle. So it's very different, whereas this is much more immediate delivery of steam, so that makes sense why it was so closely affecting the chest. I've not gotten to run a front end throttle engine, maybe one of these days, but... Well, maybe in live Steam, I can't remember. I think I actually have in live Steam, but nothing full size. Line to the left, and we could be doing 50 to the left. We're doing a little bit more than 50. It's enough to knock my lantern over. Just left the air and apply. It's fine. I think we wanted to go left there. Why does this look like a Y, though? Oh, crap. Yeah. We did not want to go left there. Been so focused on the feel of the locomotive that, yeah, we ended up on this track, and that would have made for a long... How to hell with it? We're already this far down it. Let's go. Let's just do it. We'll take a different way for once. Okay, so here's interesting. With the reverse all the way forward, sure, but... With a fair amount of braking force behind you, it was digging in a little bit harder. Which is one thing that I've yet to see done quite right in terms of how the locomotive feels thing, is when you're running at a tonnage train, the amount of weight behind you means that you can more freely have the locomotive more wide open, because it's harder for you to overcome the resistance behind. It's fine. Doing 40 and a 30. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so I basically realized by the time we stopped, we were going to be basically down in here and then have to reverse back up and then go down and around. And then it's like, well, it's not that much. Oh, crap. We're going to have to back up the rest of the... Oh, okay, well, we'll have to back up through that section because that's converging point. That's not a Y, so we'll have to... We'll get there, then we'll end up reversing. And then, yeah, then it'll be fine. But it's a wee bit silly what we're doing here. I'll just start quoting Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby's gonna win the race in reverse. It's fine. Let the air recharge. Yeah, from the seat feel, and the speed's gonna go up. Okay, cool. See, look, viewers, I'm trying to pay attention. From the seat feel, if you've got a tonnage train behind you, you can rip the throttle quite far open, and it won't slip as readily because it's harder to overcome the total resistance behind you, right? So you're trying to overcome your own friction and the weight that's behind you. So if you have less weight, it's much easier to do that. The locomotive still has the same amount of grip. It's just that experientially in the cab, you can rip the stick a lot further and it doesn't give you as much trouble. Which is an interesting nuance of running this sort of stuff. All right, 80. Good heavens. All right. One thing that is kind of interesting is it starts to slip, and then, well, I guess the chest does go down. It takes it a second for the chest to come back down, and it's like, well, you're really going to use a ton of steam if you're running the gear that fast. But if it's flow through superheater, I mean, then that's a whole thing. That's a 60. And it goes down, so we'll just take a nice big set and cheat with the independent for a little bit. And the brakes are already mad. What else is new? It's not like we're taking tons and tons of coal down a steep downhill or anything. Let's back up to a 70, alright. I love that bridge. Getting to see that thing and then falling off the train. And then locomotive goes into a violent wheel slip. Love that. It's my favorite. Yeah. Interesting. But yeah, any steam engine, when you're fighting it, you'll basically have to just give it little pops of steam here and there. And I genuinely don't think, like, if you scroll wheel really quick, you can kind of get some of that feel. But it doesn't feel very good in the game. I just think the interaction speeds are quick enough to actually make the controls matter. I mean, maybe in VR it's perfect, but... Because, yeah, I mean, if you watch any footage of me running any of the engines, when they're demanding a lot of you, yeah, that lever moves quite a lot and quite quickly. Alright, 70, but it's going down, so we'll not try and push the limit here and hit that 70. I'm gonna piss off the brakes, though, that's for sure. More colon. There's the 5. Still slowing down, as mad as the brake shoes are. It's fine. Come on, train! Alright, we'll kick it off, let it reset. I think we're coming up to that converging junction here pretty soon. We have a 4, but we're doing pretty much bang on 40, so okay. Just let it coast for now. Yeah. Interesting thoughts about the control schema of those things. I'd love to actually run a front-end throttle engine to make the comparison. Maybe I'll have to... Well, the SO60 is actually going to be basically like this, because it's going to be a similar length of delivery pipe between the throttle valve and the actual chest itself. Although I don't even know how Satiric's handled things with the DUPLEX, because the DUPLEX has a significantly different delivery system, right? You have the front-end throttle, but then you still have to get the steam back to the second engine, so... I don't know if he's modeled that or not. I do know that he watches the channel a fair bit, so hopefully, hopefully we'll get a good comment from him. I'll try and pin it if we do. So, yeah, interesting. The big Ks on the rear ground are interesting because they have the throttle and the steam dome still, so it's before the superheater. Whereas a front end throttle engine like this is simulating is after the superheaters. So all the everything's just on tap, ready to go, just that quick, you know. So it's really instantaneous throttle response versus something like 491 where it's delayed by a little bit unless you have flow established, basically, and you've charged everything already. So it can be a nuanced and interesting thing to run, that's for sure. Yeah, even then, it's all about little shots of steam. Just get it a little bit and know that it's going to expand and do work. Which I guess the only thing that I'm seeing that is interesting is we'll have to do some more slow speed stuff with it. Is that it feels like the chest pressure disappears very quickly. I think it feels like it's simulating worn rings and stuff, and it's leaking very quickly, which it really doesn't. So I don't know. It might just be my bias of we've been running at speed for a while now, and I'm not thinking about it. But it's a 6, and we've got brakes on like a loser. How many tunnels are on this alignment? It's all tunnels. Why would you build this track like this? And I thought we were almost done, at least a while ago, but apparently not. Whistle goes, huh. Okay, it wants the beams. How close? We've gotta be, like, I've been anticipating this switch for, oh, there it is. Yeah, so we're gonna have to back up through this. This is gonna be stupid. That's actually stopping really well. I wonder if I'm priming. Maybe that's what it is. Which is pulling water into the engine, basically, because the water level's so high. Well, now we need to see this junction in the dark. It's probably plenty of speed, and the fire's like basically out. It's fine. Go stand by the junction again. And we'll just pop the air as the train goes by. Last car. And then we'll line the switch, and then we'll back things up, and all that joy. Yeah, that air. That one right there. Dunk. All right. Yes. Welcome. We're playing Derail Valley once again at night. And we're nowhere near a station where we could sleep. Single tier. That's all right. We're going to back up in the dark on a chunk of track we don't usually run on. And it's starting to rain. And we have a duplex with no adhesion. 65 miles to Chicago and we're wearing sunglasses, right? Something like that? All right. Come on, you. Maybe it's just that rapid expansion that's causing it, because it doesn't seem like it's leaking while stationary or anything. God, that sounds cool. And with a little sand, it's doing good. If anything, well, I don't know, the throttle seems to feed a lot of steam, even at the low amounts. I mean, yes, it'll build up to that pressure, but even the first couple clicks might be a little much. I don't know what kind of throttle poppet valves or anything it's got, so. Some engines have interesting throttles to allow for more precise control. That is one neat thing that 491 has. Is that the throttle's stepped. So you don't notice it in the cab because it's all just mechanical in the linkage and in the valve. He says, getting run over by his own train again. I want to go line that switch because I don't know. Yeah, that's probably good speed. How far is it to the other junction? It's a ways. Yeah, I want to make sure we go this way so that we can go forwards the rest of the trip. Because I'd hate to just end up running this thing entirely backwards in the dark. But we cross a bridge. That's this, and then sweeping to the right, then a left. After the lefts, that's when we need to be worried about stuff. And hopefully there's no speed limits that are whatever. Anyway, step throttle in the 491. It's neat. It's got a riser step built into it. So when you pull out the throttle and you get basically more than halfway, it engages a different arm that causes the valve to lift more, with you pulling the lever like the same amount, basically, right? So from here to here is actually 0 to 25%, and then from there to there is 25 to 100%, basically. So that the experience in the cab is that you've got more fine control at the low end, and then you're getting all the power when you're just getting the throttle wide open anyway, because really that's what makes sense. You need control at the low end, but at the high end it doesn't really matter. You're talking about giving it the beans at that point, so just put it on the back cab wall and give it call it a day anyways. So it's a neat piece of engineering. So, which that also might be some of my bias in why I'm saying, does it feel like it's feeding too much? Well, maybe it does, but at the same time, when you're walking around light as a light engine, you really can't, if you're trying to go slow, you can't leave it in the first notch that it's feeding steam. Like, it's always too much. Talk about going on and off the turntable and whatever. It's always a pain in the butt. It's always interesting how these choo-choos want to behave. Well, anyone else see anything? Because I see nothing. Oh, we're going into a tunnel for the left-hander. Okay. Maybe I'll just go ride and we'll protect the shove. And by protect the shove, I mean get run over by the train again. Okay. This is a horror game. I've said it many a time, but this is a horror game. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop running me over, please. God. This is a horror game. Okay. Back on top here. Bind the gaps. Oh my god. Or don't, and then get run over again. Okay. We're slowing down. And also there's no sprint. I'm gonna stop teleporting. The train's slowing down, thankfully. Hopefully nothing went in the dirt. Well, I see the junction sign. Gotta throw that switch, but... apparently we're gonna stop before that so that my whole work has been fruitless. Well, not if I can get the switch lined the right way. It actually might already be lined the right way. I have no idea. I have no idea which way this switch is gonna be lined. If this works and we don't stop, come on. Get me out of here. It was lined to the right and we needed it lined left, so... now we'll play the world's scariest game of run alongside a train in the dark in the tunnel. Try not to get run over again. And we'll get back on the engine. And the speed seems like it's coming back up, actually. So that's fun. This is the stupidest way to do this, I swear. Oh, goodness. I'm getting some errors in OBS. Garbage software. Hopefully it's not been lagging all video. It's not like you can see anything at night in this game anyway, but... it's telling me that the encoding is overloaded. Which is cool, because you'd think that a 7900 XTX could handle anything. But not running OBS. No. No, sir. Alright, well, I'm gonna get stopped on the Y here, and I'll see if I can fix the, fix my video recording software here. And then, we'll resume. Shut up. Don't blow my cylinder heads off. God, this is just some spaghetti track. That other switch is somewhere over there. I don't know if we're gonna make the time bonus this time, everyone. And I don't think this job pays much anyway. We're mostly doing it to experience the mod. Which has provided fun conversations. Yeah, I mean, 50 grand is still pretty solid for the amount of junk we have to move here. Okay, there's the switch. Okay, get it relined, we'll come to a stop, and then I will see you in just a moment. Okay, well, we're back partway through the episode here. Eyeball, trying to head up and start up the hill here, and I feel really stupid. You know, I just said that you'd think that big kid graphics card could handle it. Well, you'd think after all these years of doing this crap that I would actually understand what encoders mean. But I've been rendering everything on my CPU the entire time. The entire time I've done YouTube. So I just did some reading, and I feel a little dumb. Hopefully this looks good, and hopefully it works. And I sincerely apologize for having screwed that up for so long. I'm a mechanical guy. I'm a steam train guy, and I'm slowly learning the camera and recording and video and all that stuff. Something, new tricks. Okay, cylinder cocks are obviously doing something because I shut them and it immediately exploded on me. Can we keep throttle kind of open here. March up the hill with this thing. There we go. Okay, throttle's just open now. God, this thing sounds so cool. I love the duplex. We're certainly getting our mileage out of the sand here today, though. Come on, you. Alright, into the tunnel and get on the fast straight. This is the stupidest way we've ever gone to the steel mill. But almost there. It's been a bit of an adventure. Yeah, that thing just wants to slip. Even with the sand on. If I feed it any more reverse, it just loses it. Almost instantaneously, too. So I guess we'll just leave it there. Sorry, can't leave it there. Nor can I leave my lantern there, apparently. Convenient shelf, and it just falls over. It's fine. Alright, waters. And that back up nice and high. There we go. Oh, I guess it started to rain again. That shouldn't have affected us in the tunnel, but anyway. I wonder if we can just leave it more bar and play with the throttle a little more. Maybe. Figure out what slips around 11 bar there. So if we just pulse it in between. In reality, you'd hold it between the notches here. But we can't do that, so. I mean, that seemed like it made us accelerate a lot quicker, but... but we also got off the grade, so who knows. Coal hole, baby. And the water is probably going to come back. Probably. There we go. Wide open. And just watch the gauge dive. There we go. Back to our usually scheduled programming. OBS is not yelling at me that it's failing to encode. Hopefully it looks good and looks smooth. If not, it'll be an experiment for the second half of the video. Ah! Oof. Yes. Choo-choo noises. Keep that fire nice and hot. And we've got places to be. I don't know, maybe if we blitz through this last chunk, we might still make the time bonus. We're doing almost 70, which is basically track speed through here. 70 through there, now it's 80, and it's gonna just get faster, so we're gonna convert what speed we have, or what steam we have left into speed here. If it'll let me without too violently murdering everything. So we can turn the sand back on and just burn it all down. Oh wow, you can watch that just disappear. No more steam. It's fine. Well, it's mostly downhill the rest of the way, so. Give it a little blower, give it a little something. Do an 80. I think this is the 120 section right now, so. We'll be coming up on a 60. But not yet, that's the 80. We're doing a little bit more than 80, so we'll just keep the hammer on. Okay. Is now when we start getting scared? Not yet. Now is when we start getting scared. 70. It's fine. You're sliding with the sand on? It's fine. That's right, because even if you release the independent, it doesn't actually release because there's no bail. Single tier. Oh, the rain's really coming now. I'm gonna show up to the steel mill with no sand left in this thing all over again. This has been quite the adventure today. We definitely overcompensated on that slowdown, but that's alright. Got the water cracked. And just barely... Oh yeah. Chill you. Just slipping nice and easy. This is a very slick choo-choo. Yeah, I think the factor of adhesion said something like 3.3. Yeah. Super slow. And minus 0.9 the rest of the way. Alright. Is that putting any more water in? We might be out of water. We're just gonna dump that. Just gonna dump the fire real quick. Turn off the blower. And now we're just gonna pray. And we'll save any steam that we have for respotting if we need be. Yeah, the water's just bobbing right inside the bottom of the glass, and I think the injector's no longer doing anything, so. I'm gonna take a little set, just take the edge off, and we'll keep our comms radio up, because we're gonna need to line some switches pretty quick here. I don't think we can blow up now, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Take more of a set, though. Yeah, no idea which way we're going to be lined. Whistle knows. Which way are we lined, Whistle? I can't see it yet. Almost there. Okay, lined to the right. I was actually kind of expecting it to be lined the other way, but... It's been a minute. Oh yeah, that water's gone. That's fine. I guess we're doing 50. It's like, we're kind of slow. I could probably kick it off. And it's like, well, we're about to come flying into the yard here. Set up even more air. Come on, train. Don't get too bad here. Alright, B3. The one inbound track that's not the pain in the butt. And we'll just kind of coast, roll in, and then we'll stop, and we got our money's worth out of the sand and the water on this engine today. That's for sure. I think that's B3, is that one? Yeah, well, the one with no trains on it. That one. Yeah, I think we lined the correct switch anyway. Yep, B3, line to the left. Here we go. Bring the whole thing onto the track here and dump the air. We'll set up some for now, so we don't flat spot all the wheels instantaneously, perhaps. Again with the mushy water. You don't have any water in you. That might be a bug. So yeah, the cylinders are supposed to just keep things evacuated while they're moving. You can't build up condensate in there if the pistons are constantly moving the trace amounts that build up out of the system. That's one of the few questions I answered for Zybok right before the simulator update came out, I think. So, we ought to be all on the track now, I think. So we'll just set them up. Slide them flat. It's perfect. Tie a brake, and we'll see if we made the time bonus or not. I don't know. Let's see. Kapow. Wow. 7 or 8 minutes to spare. I'm kind of surprised by that. I've been recording for a long time. Oh, nice 75 grand. That's keeping us moving. Got 95 grand. We've got only 266,000 more to pay Mr. John Doe. So, you know, we only got to raise another, what is that? 170,000? We're getting there. One more big passenger job, we might get there, actually. We'll have to keep that in mind. Well, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the duplex in the rain with a heavy load. I think the mod's a net benefit. I like it. I don't know if it's perfectly tweaked, but I don't really have a direct one-to-one comparison to try it with. So, anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you all next time.